Good evening, everyone. WWE Review guys here.
Good evening.
And we had intended on bringing everyone our Raw review this evening, but
we couldn't watch.
we were forced, not forced, but they compelled us to watch the Westminster Dog Show.
I know, I was trying to enjoy Raw, but they just kept saying, please watch the dogs on CNBC, please. And I had to. Didn't Jerry Lawler give a very impassioned plea?
So anyway, we have some results for you.
There was Topfield, Cloverfield, Buggy Bumpers.
I believe that was Boston Terrier.
Impressive. Sub Drag Queen SL.
That was a Bulldog, I believe.
Daybreak's Awesome Blossom.
That was a bitch. That was a Scottish Terrier.
Oh, don't say that. You can't
It's a
say
female dog!
that. It's not polite.
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Oh. Getting back to the show.
Back to the show.
We actually did watch Raw. We were it was tough to watch, really, because
Another one.
there were dogs
Anyway,
on the other channel.
first match of the evening. We had Hornswoggle versus Mr. McMahon. No DQ, with the exception of Finlay. Finlay was not allowed to come
Finlay
out.
comes
otherwise
in.
he would
He's fired.
fired. Yeah. And
Finlay comes out.
he interferes in the match, and instead of getting fired like he was supposed to,
He was.
he's going to be forced to watch next week when Mr. McMahon takes on Hornswoggle in a steel cage. Which, that'll be interesting to see how that works out. So, second match of the evening was a good match. Could have been a main event. JBL versus Chris Jericho.
Very nice, very intense.
It was a very, very intense match. Back and forth a lot. And I gotta tell you, folks, Jericho is not a small guy by any means, but JBL just looked huge.
I told you he's a monster. Did I call him a monster, or did I call Snitsky a monster?
You've called him, I don't know. Anyway.
Either way, JBL.
It was nice to see Jericho get the win.
Monster.
Because I hate JBL. And then on to ooh, yes, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Paul Burchill versus, I believe it was Kendra Lee, whatever.
And his sister. Versus Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, Ann Lee, something like that.
Whatever.
Anyway.
This is the big story.
This is the big story. This is the one that we've all been hearing about. For those of you that don't know, Mr. McMahon has been dying to do an incest storyline in the company because evidently that's the hip thing to do now.
I mean, everybody's doing it, right?
I guess
It's so common in the culture, so pervasive. He wants to touch into the nerve of. No. He wanted to be about himself, supposedly.
He did.
Reportedly.
The original plan was it to be involve him and Stephanie, but this is it. This is what we get to see. We get to see some good old-fashioned brother-sister loving. Can't wait.
Was she really British? Is my question.
I don't know. He is.
Okay.
Her, I don't know. Even though she's quite attractive young lady. So
For a lady that sleeps with her brother.
sleeps with her brother, but other than that,
You expect him to have like one tooth and like
no, that's
plaid
not-
print shirts.
Hey,
yeah, bro.
Let's not go there. Okay, we don't know who's watching.
I apologize if you sleep with your brother. I'm sorry if you're offended, my lord. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Okay, that gets you. Your
might
family
have
now is much.
someone. Yeah, thanks. Asshole.
Oh,
The next match of the evening was Mark Henry versus the Golden Boy,
John Cena.
otherwise known as John Cena. Wow, John Cena won. Big shocker there. Orton was doing commentary during this whole match, and Cena got out after the win and got on the mic and basically he told Orton, I am not the hunted anymore. You are the hunted. And just you're like, okay, whatever, John. Go sit in the back. And I have to say, besides the match, we saw a promo involving John Cena involving steroids. We saw a promo involving John Cena involving all the NASCAR guys. I mean, guys, if you're really trying to make us sick of him, he's only been back a couple weeks and you're already doing a good job.
Now we were talking about this earlier about the whole deal with Cena would be fine. I think it would strengthen Cena
if they didn't oversaturate us with him.
Right. I think CM Punk was done a great service by having to chase the title. You know, the good guy fighting Johnny Nitro for so long and losing. It strengthened him to be a strong face that just can't get a break. I think that Cena would be well served in that kind of situation. I would be fine with Cena if he would if he could kind of fall the background a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And of course, again, we know it's not Cena's fault.
Right.
But you have to blame somebody, and it's easier to blame him. So, next thing we had was Kennedy came out and basically told Flair this was his night to retire.
Right.
Flair comes out and says
says no.
No.
I wanted to say Rick looked very good.
He did look
and
very
if
good.
anybody thinks, I know Gilbert at one point, Gilbert Blaze said, I'm being too hard on Rick. I'm only being hard on Rick because he shows up intoxicated, or he seems to. Just goes to show you he can hold himself together very well. That was, but yeah, I thought Rick looked good and he spoke well and he said
he started yelling a little bit too much toward the end.
Well, but he's excited. This is his career.
Yeah, second shade of red.
Crimson, I think.
Crimson is something.
But it was good to see him well.
Mm-hmm. The next match of the evening was Melina versus Maria.
Maria.
And I have to be honest, I wasn't really paying much attention to the match because I was listening to Santino the whole time. God, he's wonderful, really. He's a great, great guy. And for those of you that don't know, it is official. Maria is posing in Playboy.
I don't think it's not too late. I think Santino might be able to. There could be mafia people involved. All right. He could get one of the boys to knock on the old mansion door. Hey, I don't think you
listen to me.
Do this.
You listen to me, Hugh Hefner.
No, not a good idea.
You do not get my Maria to pose in your magazine.
But you know what?
But it's gonna happen. Sorry, Santino.
But yeah, Santino said me or Playboy. So let's see what happens.
But who do I pick?
He might say, I'll give you one more chance. You can oppose, but... I didn't know where I was going to go with that.
And then on to the last match of the evening. Wow, Shawn Michaels versus Jeff Hardy. This is, for me personally, it was a dream match. I know that's how they advertised it. It was great. We've never seen these two guys in the ring together. I mean, people have always compared Jeff Hardy to Shawn Michaels. So it was interesting to see them in the ring. And, I've got to admit, I know they're continuing to give Jeff this big push, but it's still just, putting a smile on my face, seeing him beat all these big guys. I mean, we've seen him beat Triple H, and now we've seen him beat Shawn Michaels. I mean, I think it bodes well for proof right there that, this isn't just a temporary thing. I think they're really pushing him into the main event level, and it's
of WrestleMania,
not of WrestleMania, but just of the company. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and predict that I'll expect to see Jeff in the Money in the Bank match, and I think as of right now he has the best shot at winning it. So, yeah, but it was a good match. For starters, it was a good match. It was just nice to see, and it was nice to see Jeff get a clean victory over Shawn Michaels. No Triple H again, but we all know why.
Right.
They cut a promo for him so that they would have him plugged into the show in some way.
Right.
But all in all, it was a good show. I guess that's it.
Yeah,
we have No Way Out now in a week. Our predictions are up, so everybody check those out.
And I believe the Kennel Club show all week long. If you missed it tonight,
it's
usually these things last and last.
It's not over. You've got a second chance, folks. So that's it. Peace, everybody.